All right, what's up, guys? This is Devin. I'm back. I'm gonna be doing a little research here, going in for the 2023 AT&T Pebble Beach Pro Am. Uh, man, this is Friday night. Getting this out a little bit earlier, just because this tournament is ending tomorrow. I'm currently watching on my other screen. It's the final couple groups finish up. Homa is got a birdie putt. He's 7 under. Man, if you took the advice to live bet John Rahm during the tournament and you got him after round one, congratulations. I did not, just because they were still pricing him. You know, he was so far behind, and they were still pricing him like he was like in the top five. It was kind of insane. So, um, I don't know. It's looking like he's gonna run away with it tomorrow. Him or Finau. Finau shot 8 under today. I mean, all these guys that just barely made the cut. Um, Finau birdied 18 to make the cut. Rahm barely made the cut. Schauffele barely made the cut. Uh, and they just kind of all stormed up the leaderboard here today. Morikawa and Homa just have been basically chilling. Morikawa had a 21-foot eagle putt on 18 here coming in, and he just missed it. So he's going into Sunday 7 under. You know, I really need to start taking advantage of the sports book that has each way betting, because it just seems like I would be hitting it every week. Last week I would have hit it with Taylor Montgomery. He was the only guy I considered betting on this particular sports book just for an each way, and I didn't do it, and I missed out on a little bit of money back. And it's looking like it's a possibility that if I would have put an each way bet on Morikawa or Homa, I would have had the same thing. So yeah, here we got Fantasy Nashville Open, taking a look for next week, and someone that I'm surprised that's not in the field is Patrick Cantlay. He must be just wanting to take a little bit of an extra break going into Phoenix, and because I mean Cantlay plays this almost every year. And someone I was surprised that is playing this is Victor Hovland. Victor Hovland's in the field, so yeah, the three big guys that are in this field are Victor Hovland, Jordan Spieth, and Matt Fitzpatrick. Victor hasn't played this event since 2020, and you know, as you're gonna see, right now I have the model down to, and then Homa just made his birdie putt. That's cool. So Homa Morikawa 7 under, going into Sunday. Sorry, a little sidetracked, but that's good. I needed him to hit that. But yeah, as we spread this model out a little bit more with more rounds, you're gonna see it change drastically, because right now I have this model set to 24 rounds, and we've got some interesting names. I've wrote down some people and starred some people that I really like this week. So yeah, let's just run through the courses real quick. So we're gonna have a 3-course rotation, and again it'll be a 3-round cut, and this week this week coming up, it'll be back to a Thursday start, Thursday through Sunday. So, yeah, so we got Pebble Beach, which will be played twice. If players make the cut, it'll be played on one of the days, and then on Sunday, it'll be the final round course. Pebble Beach is a par 72, and it's a shorter course. You know, I'm very interested in, especially when we look at Monterey Bay. And these numbers are messed up. I noticed on Fantasy National they haven't fixed them. I noticed that there's one, I think it was on Monterey Peninsula. So, anyways, yeah, let's take a look. This is gonna be probably in the high teens, possibly low 20s if someone gets real hot. This is going to be weather permitting as well. If we get a lot of wind like we did on, I'm so messed up considering this is the third round today and not the second round. The second round yesterday had a ton of wind and it was devastating. I mean, it was unfortunate, I JJ Spawn, man, he did great on Wednesday, and then I don't know if it was the wind. I didn't see a lot of. I was watching the broadcast, didn't see a lot of JJ Spawn shots on Friday, or on Thursday. Man, this event is messing me up. On Thursday, I didn't see a lot of his shots, but man, he was just playing like bogey golf, man. It was insane, and he ended up missing the cut. Unfortunate. So, yeah, so this is going to be completely weather dependent. So yeah, Pebble Beach is a par 72. Spyglass, well, let's see, Monterey Bay's right, Monterey Peninsula is right here. Okay, so Monterey Peninsula is going to be the really easy course of the three. I mean, you can see these birdie rates on these holes. Hole 2, 20%, hole 3, 20%, hole 5, 24%, hole 6, par 5, 30%. Hole 10, another par 5, 43%. 12 is a par 5, 25%. 16 says it's a par 5. See, this is where I'm confused because... So I would assume this is a par 5, and then it's... Why there's two 18s here. I don't get that. So I'm assuming this one that says is a par 5 is not supposed to be here. And it's actually supposed to be this par 4 381. And as you can see, it's got a 12% birdie rate. So ignore that 100% birdie rate on that par 5 381. That's not supposed to be there. And moving over to Spyglass. Let's see. Spyglass Hill. Here we go. Another course that is attackable. Same thing, ignore this par 5, 408, 18, that's not the actual hole. But yeah, you got hole 1 is par 5, 26% birdie rate. 4 is a 4, that's almost 20% birdie rate. 7 is a 5, that is a 37% birdie rate and a 2.6% eagle rate. Same thing with 11. It's a par 5 with a 43% birdie rate and a 2% eagle chance. 14, another par 5, 28%. So this is going to be very scoreable. And to take a look back, I was looking at the last 3 years, but we can just look at it's a little disorganized because there's no pricing yet, and we won't have pricing until Monday. But taking a look back last year, I'm just going to name some of the players that I'm looking at. So Hoagie was your winner last year. I'm looking at Hoagie again this year. Spieth always turns up at this event. He was second, runner-up. I like Spieth this week. There's a lot of guys up here that I like because you're going to see a trend that these guys all kind of just have this course figured out and always seem to do well here. So you got Bo Hostler, Patrick Cantlay, Troy Merritt, Joel Damon, Matt Fitzpatrick, Andrew Putnam, Jonathan Bird, Pat Perez, Seamus Power, rounding out your top 10 there. Past champion Nick Taylor at 11 under T14 last year. Lonto, hey, let me say, was worried about Lonto coming into this week. And Lonto has looked pretty good, and I'm going to say Lonto is someone I'm going to be looking at next week. I can't wait to see the pricing because it's going to be interesting. So this is 2021. Daniel Berger won. Another name that you're going to see a lot, Maverick McNeely, second. Cantlay, third. Jordan Spieth, third. Paul Casey, he's gone. It doesn't matter. Nate Lashley, T5. Charlie Hoffman, T7. Cam Tringale's gone. Max Homa, T7, he's not in the field. Russell Knox up here. Jason Day. There's Hoagie again. Kevin Streelman. Troy Merritt again. Matthew Neesmith again. So you're seeing a trend here. Some of the names I'm saying. All right, here's Nick Taylor's year where he won in 2020. Notable, one of the courses was not a part of the rotation this in 2020. This is the COVID year, but regardless, so you got Nick Taylor winning. Interesting. Kevin Struman second. Jason Day again. Maverick McNeely again. Too bad Daniel Berger's not in the field because I like watching Daniel Berger and I like betting on Daniel Berger, but who knows what the hell is happening with him. There's Jordan Spieth again. Lanto again. Matthew Neesmith again. You got Joel Damon again. So just some names that I'm taking a look at. So let's go back over here to the model. Now first, let me show you what I got here. Strokes gain approach 35%, strokes gain around the green 10%, strokes gain putting 10%, strokes gain par 5 10%, strokes gain off the tee 5%, par 4s 350 to 400 10%, proximity 125 to 150 10%, proximity 100 to 125 10%. So first, let's look at who has been doing real good recently. And the first name that pops up, he's going to be the first name that pops up even as we spread it out here. It's Ben Griffin. He has been playing very well. So Ben Griffin pops up. He's 4th on approach in this model. He's 9th in par 4s, 350 to 400. He's 16th in par 5s. I'm telling you right now, Ben Griffin's probably going to be a popular option. Because of this field not being super deep and, very heavy towards the, 3 at the top, we could see Ben Griffin probably creeping into the 8K range this week. And I don't think that's bad. I think he'll still probably be playable. But if I were to guess, I would assume, I don't know if the Spieth or I feel like Spieth probably will be the most expensive. Hovland might be, but just because of the course history, I mean, we've seen that they did it with Luke. Luke List was 8K this week as the defending champion. And Luke List hasn't done jack squat recently, so you could see a bump for Jordan Spieth. So anyways, so last 24 rounds in this model that I made, you got Ben Griffin 1, Tom Hoge 2, David Lipsky 3, which will be interesting to see his pricing. I'm not currently interested in him, but it'll be interesting to see where he's priced. Matt Neesmith 4, Alex Smalley 5, Robbie Shelton 6, Russell Knox 7, Lonto Griffin 8, Callum Tarrant 9, Kurt Kitayama 10. So we're not seeing the big guys yet. So as I go out a little bit further, let's go to 36 rounds. Because you got to think too, we haven't seen Victor Hovland a lot. We haven't seen Matt Fitzpatrick a lot. Jordan Spieth. Last time we seen Jordan Spieth was at the Sony Open, where he was first round leader and then missed the cut. So Spieth's numbers don't look too good right now, especially like in a smaller sample size. But all right, as we go out to 36 rounds, little bits changed. Ben Griffin's still number 1. Alex Smalley moves up to number 2. Tom Hoge down to 3. Grayson Sigg now 4. Mark Hubbard is 5. Matt Neesmith is 6. Callum Tarrant is 7. Ben Taylor is 8. Russell Knox is 9. And David Lipsky is 10. And notable as I start on Kevin Struman, they're at 15. Someone else I'm looking at is Thomas Dietrich. He's at 18 there. So let's stretch it out to 50. 50 is where I felt most comfortable because I seen the bigger names up at the top. So looking ahead the last 50 rounds, if I recall, Ben Griffin is still number 1 even in the last 50 rounds. So that'll be interesting. But let's take a look. So yeah, Ben Griffin's still number 1. Hoge moves back up to 2. Matt Neesmith moves up to 3. Smalley moves down 4. Now here we go. Victor Hovland is 5. Jordan Spieth is 6. Lonto is 7. Kurt Kitayama is 8. Mark Hubbard is 9. Davis Riley is 10. And then peeking a little bit further down, you got Russell Knox at 11. Callum Tarrant at 17. Andrew Putnam at 21. David Lipsky's down there at 19. And then we're seeing Webb Simpson get up here. So I made a list of some guys that really stood out to me already. Um, so we'll just talk like these guys that are at the top of the board real quick. Uh, Ben Griffin, I'm very interested in. I think, like I said, I think he might creep into the 8K range this week, just because uh, the field and not a lot of the bigger names are here. He made the cut this week, I believe, and he was playing decent until today, if I remember right. Where's he at? So some guys that I'm looking at that made the cut this week in this terrible weather and course. So Streelman made the cut this week at the Farmers. Ben Griffin made the cut at the Farmers. Smalley made the cut. Mav McNeely made the cut. Thomas Dietrich. Jason Day. Callum Tarrant. Lanto. And I think that is it for what we see in this field. So let me go through the list of people I like. I like Ben Griffin. He has been playing great. I wrote him off this week because I just thought there's no way. Like he's gonna come back down to earth, but man, he's on fire, and I mean he looks great in this model. Hoagie, last year's winner. His putter has been interesting to say the least. Watching him the last couple of weeks, so I don't think I'll be getting to Hoagie as much because I think I'm gonna be going for Jordan Spieth and Victor Hovland, and I think possibly Victor Hovland, because I'm thinking up at the top in the 10 upper 9 range. Obviously, Jordan Spieth, Victor Hovland, and Matt Fitzpatrick are going to be above 10K. Now, the question is where do they put Hoagie? Do they bump Hoagie into the 10K range, or do they leave him in the 9K range as a high 9? And it wouldn't surprise me seeing what they did with Luke List this week. If they do bump Tom Hoagie up to that 10K range, it'll be interesting because I think that might take people off him, but because he's been so good here, people might be on him. And I think someone like Victor Hovland, because he doesn't have a big course history here, we haven't seen him a lot. Victor Hovland could be the guy in that upper range that ends up being a little bit under-owned. I think Jordan Spieth's going to be owned. I think and Matt Fitzpatrick was T6 last year. And I just think Victor Hovland gets squeezed because people worry about his putter and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see for sure. And we're just gonna have to, look at it when we get pricing next week and as the week moves on, looking at ownership. But some other guys that I really like Matthew Neesmith. He's second in approach the last 50 rounds. I like Smalley. I like Lanto after the performance he gave this week, coming back from that injury. Everybody was worried, would he be rusty? He looks good, and I think maybe he'll be a little bit cheaper still. Who knows? We'll see next week. I'm just kind of guessing at these things because who knows? Down my list. So these are the names that I wrote down. Joel Damon. We can pull him up real quick. Oops. He's 62 in the model, at least the past 50 rounds. And here's why. He's not that good of a POA putter. But look at these finishes recently. 5th at the RSM, which was the last time. Was it the last time I seen him? No, he played this week, didn't he? He must have missed the cut this week. So 5th at the RSM Classic, 9th at Houston Open, 3rd at the Worldwide Technology, 16th at Zozo. So I think Joel Damon is going to be a good look, and I think he fits this course well, and he has had great results here. And let me click back into him real quick and pull it up. Let me remember what it is. It's AT right there. So, okay, maybe he hasn't had that great of results. But 60th in 2021, 14th in 2020, 55th in 2018, and 48th in 2017. I still like Joel Damon. Moving down my list here. Lonto, we already spoke about. Hoagie, we talked about. McNeely. Mav McNeely always seems to kind of just perform well at this course. California kid. I used him this week in my one and done, and he's like T30 or something right now. So hopefully he can move up the board a little bit. I almost used Homa this week, but I think I'm gonna save Homa for the Genesis coming up, or I'm either gonna use him or Kyle Morikawa at the Genesis. Not too sure, but I know who I'm using this week. I'm using Jordan Spieth this week for Pebble Beach. No question about it. I think people, if they've saved Hoagie, they're gonna use him. I think Spieth will be a popular option if they have him. I don't care. I'm just gonna stick with it. I'm going with Spieth. I thought about using Spieth at the Masters, but I think I'll go elsewhere for the Masters. So I'm gonna probably use Spieth this week. But yeah, Mag McNeely always seems to be at the top. 2021 second, 2020 fifth. So I like Mav McNeely this week for the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Another guy moving down, Troy Merritt. His results here are pretty good. And I think he might be a low-owned option. He's good on POA. I probably should have looked. Pebble Beach is POA. But look at this. He's played here a lot. But the last 3 times he's been here, 8th, 25th, and 16th. But before that, a bunch of missed cuts. I like him with his recent results. Definitely not at the Amex, though. I mean, that sucked. But I think he'll be a low-owned option, and he can get hot with the putter. And if he has a pop approach week, he's gonna be pretty good. Neesmith is a guy I really like, and it's just I'm really interested to see the pricing. Neesmith has missed a couple of cuts here recently, and it's a possibility that he might be a little sneaky option. What else we got? Henrik Norlander, ball striking phenom. Bad putter though. Bad putter. Let's see his results here. If he's played this, yes, he has. 2021, 26th, 2020, 25th, 2017, 39, 2016, 70th, and 20. I don't know what that is, but he missed the cut in 2013. So, yeah, I like Henrik Norlander. He'll probably be cheap too. He'll probably be in the 6K range. He might be in the 7K range, but Norlander's someone I'm looking at. Seamus Power always performs well here. Already has a win in the fall in the swing season, but look at these results recently. 1 at Bermuda, 3rd at the Worldwide Technology, 5th at RSM Classic, and 25th at Century. So I like Seamus in Birdie Fest, and let's just take a look at his recent results here at Pebble Beach. Am I missing something? I feel like that is not, whatever. That's not right. That can't be right. I don't think that's right. Is it under something else? It's under Pebble Beach. Holy moly. Oh, so it's under Pebble Beach for 2022. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. But, yeah, I like Seamus Power a lot. He's great in Birdie Fest, and I'm sure he's going to be like in the 8K range, possibly 9K range. Kevin Streelman is another guy that I really like. Always just seems to do well here. So, all right, we'll look at it both ways. So let's see what he did last year. He missed the cut last year, but before that, they should just put this all under one name. This is kind of interesting. Look at this. 2021, 13, 2020, 2nd, 2019, 7, 2018, 6, 2017, 14, 2016, 17, back in 2012, 9th, He's got a couple, but he always seems like he's making the cut here, you know. So I really like Kevin Stroman. He made the cut this week at a difficult course, and you know I really like that a lot. Nick Taylor, past champion here, is another guy I'm looking at. Let's see what he's done recently. Gains on POA. Yikes. He missed the cut at the MX. Was 7th at the Sony Open. But let's take a look at what he's done here. So, 2021, 39th, 1 in 2020, 28th in 2019, 10th in 2017. And then what did he do last year? 14th. So, I'm looking at guys that really have the course history here. There's not a lot of guys that like I'm looking at that don't have the course history. There's a few, like this guy, Thomas Dietrich, who has been playing very well since he has joined the PGA Tour full time. I mean, look at these results. So it's the Genesis Scottish Open, 10th at the Scottish Open, 34th at the Open, 12th at the Fortinet, 9th at Sanderson Farms, 69th at Shriners, 2nd at Bermuda, 15th at Worldwide Technology, and 26th at the Amex. And he made the cut this week at Farmers, and still could have a really good finish. You know, almost he probably could, if he has a really good round, maybe top 15, top 10. So I really like Dietrich. I think he's going to be priced up. He's going to be out of that 7K range, and it'll be interesting to take a look at that. Obviously, I've talked about Victor Hovland. Doesn't have a lot of history here. Justin Lauer is another guy I'm looking at. In the model, he's 4th in putting. He's 51st on approach, and he's not good around the green. But, man, look at this. Par 5 scoring 12th. He's 2nd in par 4s, 350 to 400, and 13th proximity, 125 to 150. I think he's going to be probably a 6K option. And, you know, he's had some good finishes. 4th at the Fortinet, 8th at Bermuda, 8th at Barbasol, so weaker fields. I don't think he has any history here. Let's see, Pebble Beach. Yeah, he missed the cut last year at Pebble Beach, and let's see if there was any other. Nope. So, not a lot of history, but he is one of the guys that doesn't have a lot of history that I do like. Just because he really can get after the par 5s. The putter seems to be really good. And, yeah, so Justin Lauer as a cheap option. Will Gordon, I wrote down, but, man, I think he's going to be popular. But Ben Griffin, man, I think Ben Griffin is going to be in all my lineups, and this is probably going to be the week where he misses the cut. Gainer on POA. But, I mean, look at this history here. Back to August last year. 4th at the Wyndham, missed the cut at the Fortinet. 24th at Sanderson Farms, 60th at Shriners, 3rd at Bermuda, 59th at Worldwide Technology, 16th at the Houston Open, 29th at the RSM Classic, 12th at Sony Open, 32nd at the American Express, and then we'll see where he finishes tomorrow at Farmers. So, really like Ben Griffin. His putter seems to be on fire. It's just his around the green play that is not so good, but I mean he's gaining off the tee in the last 4 events, gaining on approach in the last 4 events. You know, really sucked with the putter at the RSM, but other than that, I mean, look, he's gaining almost, when he's on with the putter, he's gaining almost 4 strokes. So I really like Ben Griffin, and he's probably going to be in all my lineups next week, and I'm probably going to regret it. So sorry that this was kind of a jumbled mess, but I just wanted to talk through some of the guys that I found interesting just at a first look at the field list and going through like the history the last few years. So that's just a first look. Take that as you will. Sorry it was a little jumbled, but yeah, we'll dive more into it Monday night when the pricing comes out. I can tell you right now, I will be betting Victor Hovland. I will be betting Ben Griffin. I will be betting Lanto Griffin. Yeah. And Mav McNeely. I think I'll be going back to Mav McNeely, even though he screwed me this week. But, yeah. So that's the first look. Remember, when we get to 50 subscribers, we'll be doing a giveaway. And so yeah, like, comment, tell me what you're liking for next week. I know it's a little early to be looking. I hate that this event's ending tomorrow because I'm gonna have Sunday, a day without any golf, and then I gotta wait until like 10, 11 o'clock on Monday for probably till noon for DraftKings pricing. But I'll be looking out for the bets, and yeah, so that'll be it. Hope that helps out a little bit, and I'll see you guys Monday night for the DraftKings pricing breakdown.